Okay.
Hello, women of Maryland. Are you fired up? Because we're fired up in the 6th Congressional District. I'm sorry I can't be with you today, but we're traveling to 3 different counties to make sure that voters are aware of the good things that are going on in our campaign. We've got the energy, ideas, and enthusiasm to carry us to victory on November 4th. And with your help and your support, we're going to make it. You know, the last 8 years have turned things upside down. Our surplus was cut in half by tax cuts for the wealthy. The national debt more than doubled over the last 4 years. And the irresponsible spending of $10 billion a month on a war in Iraq doesn't seem to have an end. More children and families find themselves without adequate health insurance. And more families are facing terrible choices about whether they can put gas in their cars, food in their fridge, or even stay in their own homes. You know, we are the party of ideas. We are the party that believes in America. We are the party that knows that better days are ahead. And we are the party that is courageous in tough times. And these are tough times, and we can stand together and make sure that America moves forward and not backward. You know, in Maryland's 6th Congressional District, we have a 16-year incumbent. Yes, he has voted with the president more than 90% of the time. And that percentage just keeps going up. Hard to believe, isn't it? Well, he doesn't have any new ideas, and his favorite quote is a cut-and-paste line, that we don't like to reward bad behavior. Well, immigration, don't reward bad behavior. Home foreclosures, don't reward bad behavior. You kids with no health insurance, don't reward bad behavior. Well, when it comes to the economy, he changes his cut-and-paste response. He says, less government, less regulation, less taxes. Well, when it comes to spending, he says, more tax cuts for everyone, including offshore companies. And when it comes to energy and the environment, he actually talks about peak oil as if it's some crisis, and yet votes against emission standards increases for our cars and trucks. And he votes for more drilling in the Arctic. His votes just don't add up. So I say to our 16-year incumbent, I say, I'm going to agree with you on one thing. We're not going to reward bad behavior in November's election, because we don't like the idea that more than 4,100 Americans have been killed in the war in Iraq. We don't like the idea of more than 30,000 of our young men and women having been injured in that same war, and you don't have a plan to treat them and their injuries. And we do not like the idea of more than $460 billion being this year's budget deficit. No, you still want those permanent tax cuts. And we don't like the idea of a $10 trillion national debt, and you still vote with the president's plan. You know, we don't like the idea that there are 46 million Americans without health insurance, and you still vote to deny children coverage. And you vote against the interests of seniors who rely on Medicare for their insurance coverage. We don't like the idea that gasoline is $3.75 a gallon, and you oppose alternatives in your own district. You know, this election is about ideas. This election is about understanding what's going on in the economy when unemployment exceeds 6%. And when big banks are asking for bigger bailouts because of lack of oversight and regulation. And you say some people shouldn't have loans. That's the problem. Well, Congressman, I say, should they have homes? Yes, friends, we are the party of progress. So when we go to the polls in 5 weeks, when we elect Barack Obama president and Joe Biden vice president, we will do it. We will do it because we are the party of vision, ideas, and energy. We are the party that will move us forward. When we go to the polls in November, when we elect Frank Cradaville in the 1st, and when we send Congressman Roscoe Bartlett into a happy retirement in the 6th, and send me to Washington to work with great leaders like Senator Barbara Mikulski and Senator Ben Cardin, and Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, and all of our wonderful delegation, we will prove that in Maryland, 1 + 6 does equal 8. And now, I know you will accept my apologies for missing this party. But let's set a date. Let's set a date for January 20th, 2009. Yes, let's have that great party then. And we're fired up, and we're ready to go. Here's to victory.
I'm fired up for Jennifer. Are you?